Harrow, is it me you're looking for? 'Cause I'm coming out next week, and it's gonna be bloody sweet.
So hey guys, welcome to another Warframe video, and that turned out to be far more fun than I thought it was going to be. But anyway, the Harrow page has finally gone up, and it does confirm that we are getting the update next week. And this update is going to be pretty damn huge, because it's not just Harrow and his questline, which by the way is going to be a Red Veil questline called Chains of Harrow. And if you want to do this, you need to be at least Mastery rank 5. You need to unlock the node Kappa on Sedna, and you need to finish the War Within. So if you didn't do any of these things, you can do them now, because as I've said already, the update is dropping next week, so you have some time to get ready for it. And if you have no idea what Harrow is like, which would be pretty hard at this point because everyone has been covering him as they showed more and more of the gameplay on streams, but just in case you don't know, Harrow is a supportive Warframe, and he's sort of a dark priest slash cleric. And he focuses a lot on sacrifice and headshots. He has a little bit of crowd control, he can sacrifice his shields to buff the entire party, he can spit around his crazy lantern slash turable, which will give him a buff, and then every enemy you kill will create a pulse that will restore energy, and it restores more on a headshot, and finally he can protect allies with an energy fort that will absorb all damage and convert it into critical chance bonus, which is pretty cool. I'm really excited about Harrow because he looks like a lot of fun, and generally I just like playing support. Now, as I've already mentioned, this is not the only thing coming out with this update. We're also getting the Earth tileset redesign or rework, which looks absolutely fabulous, especially the lighting and the grass. I hope they add some more incentives to go to Earth, so it's not just a planet where you only go if it either has a Kuva siphon on it, a sortie, or maybe a fissure. Because bloody hell, I want to run around that tileset as much as I can. So that's awesome as well, and I can't wait to jump down on Earth and run around in the grass and all that kind of good stuff, and maybe get some cool shots as well. Then we are getting melee Rivens. Yes, melee Rivens are finally here, and with the addition of melee Rivens, they've also increased the drop chance on Rivens from sorties, going from 20% to 25%. I can't imagine the melee Rivens are going to be anywhere near as good as the Rivens we have for shotguns, rifles, and secondary weapons, because melee weapons are already really strong, especially if you're running the Naramon Focus School and you have Shadow Step. Because if you get a really good Riven for a weapon that can run the Blood Rush Body Count combo, or even the Blood Rush Body Count Weeping Wounds combo, that would be pretty crazy. But then again, I have not seen any of the melee Rivens, so I may be completely wrong. Then we are also getting a new Grenier unit called Nox, and this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be real bad, boys, because this is a very heavily armored unit, so think something like a Bombard or a Napalm, that wields a toxin-filled heavy gun. So instead of just, and I do mean just in quotation marks, being constantly hit with slash, puncture, and heat procs when fighting the Grenier, it's now going to be slash, puncture, heat, and toxin. Oh yeah, and by the way, they also explode on death and leave behind a toxin cloud. The Grenier are about to get a hell of a lot more dangerous and annoying at the same time. Another feature that's coming in with the next update is the ability to dual-wield melee weapons and pistols. Excuse me for a second? What? It's thrown weapons only? Ah. Yes, you cannot unfortunately use all melee weapons and dual-wield them with a pistol. It's thrown weapons only. So it's only gonna be available for glaives and weapons like that. But then again, maybe if you get a good Riven for one of the thrown weapons and you combine it with a pistol that you also have a Riven for, that could be a pretty deadly combo, so I'm excited for it nonetheless. We're also getting Harrow's signature Siandana called the Nave Siandana, which I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use because I'm not a big fan of these little dinky Siandanas. I very much prefer the bigger, bulkier ones, but maybe you will like the look of it and it will fit one of your Warframes. And finally, we're getting two new weapons. The first one is called Nell, and this is a sniper secondary that, upon getting a headshot, will turn into a rapid-fire crit monster that consumes no ammo. And the second weapon is called the Scourge, which is a status-based spear that does pure corrosive damage on the primary fire and mostly impact damage, with also a little bit of corrosive damage on the throw as well. Now, they did release the stats for these weapons, but they may change, so I think it's kind of pointless to talk about them until we actually get them in-game. And that's all that we know about this update. You can find a link to the website in the description below this video. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.